my scene, and that's what's really kind of that's quite weird because when
Yeah,
you're
all the
involved in
scenes are
one
little
scene,
circles, aren't they?
yeah.
But no, that goes back to get to know your scene. But I mean, the principles that we're talking about apply to, you know, to everybody. You know, I mean, bands. You know, you're all artists in a way, and all those principles apply to, you know, whatever type of artist you are. You know.
To be honest, at the moment, he seems probably more prominent than any
Yeah.
of the others. He's got more chance of.
It's hard though if you're British.
Yeah.
It's because it's such an American thing.
Still.
I know, I've got some people, if you give me your emails, some people manage, I could give you their emails, can't guarantee anything will happen, but if you email them, maybe something will happen. You know, I've got a mate who produces all that stuff, and there's a woman I know who manages quite a few bands doing that kind of stuff. I don't exactly know what you do. I mean, if you're a rapper, it's quite a wide thing, isn't it? Yeah. So, I could put
We
you
could
up.
play some stuff, actually. Well,
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
yeah, the demo thing.
And also, how do you get to know like the right people to talk to? Because
You work out who they are and go and find them. And some will ignore you, one may talk to you. There's no thing where it's not like a charity where everyone has to be nice to everyone else. You know, people are busy in that. But there may be some point somebody just go, we'll see what this is like. Oh, it's brilliant. And there's your connection. It's so random, you know. You just have to keep hustling them all the time, you know.
Yeah, be persistent. You know, you got to be persistent.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely be persistent, isn't it?
I mean, from different businesses that I've run, you know, when you've got to pay people, say you owe someone some money, you always end up paying the person that has been irritating you the most. Honestly, seriously. And you're like, you don't like that guy, but he gets paid first. And it's the same with people that are sort of sending you music to listen. You sort of, you look at the stuff, you know, the people that are the most pushy about it, they want it most, you know. There's no prizes for being cool and relaxed and chilled with it and, you know, not hassling people. You've got to be really, really pushy and hustle.
I think another interesting thing you could do if you're a rapper in a small town like this is maybe work with the other bands in different styles of music.
You have done that.
Because you may come out, well, if you've done it, because you come up with something completely different then, and people go, whoa, no one ever thought of this. Folk cross the metal, cross the rap or something. You get, you know, like, Mad Fusions are always great in music. You know?
been working with, well, I was working with a band called Real Love Drug. And yeah, just like wrote a song with them. And also I performed with a band called 3D, and that was quite cool. It's like, I don't know, like jazz type.
See, that's pretty cool, I think.
Good, yeah.
And that's taking advantage of being in a small town with small gene pool musicians. You can actually go to different scenes. If you're in New York, you'd just be stuck in the rap scene, you wouldn't know the other guys. But maybe here, it's like you could end up doing something quite original. So, but yeah, if you email me, I'll get to swap emails later. I just thought somebody else, there's a rap crew from Edinburgh of all places who are pretty good. And they got young fathers.
All time high, is it?
They're pretty good. And they start to play for you like music things around Europe, and they're not big, but they obviously have some kind of connection going on. So I think if I put you onto these people, then you just follow them up and see. Maybe nothing happened, maybe something will happen, you know.
Cool. Okay, I've got one more question, and then we're going to have a little break and get people's demos ready to play. Just a final question is, why do you think, or do you think that community music is a good thing for young bands?
I think music is community. Music comes out of community. The best bands represent the community, and I think you have to work together, even if you're completely different styles, which we kind of talked about a minute ago, before, isn't it? If you're in a small town, working together is so important. Even if you don't like the other bands, they're still pretty decent people, maybe. Yeah, I think pooling resources is good. Sharing gear can be good as well, as long as you respect other people's gear. Sharing rehearsal space, utilising something like this, which is like a critical space, isn't it?
I mean, I've seen at close hand, you know, what this place can actually do and how it can prepare people, and, you know, I'd have killed for somewhere like this when I was sort of 13, 14, 15.
I've spent years rehearsing in the co-op, which
Me too,
I'm sure a few
yeah.
of you have been there, but it's, you know...
There's always been a place to rehearse,
It's not.
but that's as far as it goes, whereas this is like, you know, it gives you everything to set yourself up to being in a band, which is great, you know, or being solo.
I remember when I first started working with the Heartbreaks, who used to be Seaside Riot, I remember sort of going to their first few shows and thinking, they're probably going to be a bit nervous for this, you know, they'll struggle, just not as nice, just straight on stage, used to it, you know, from doing things here, like you're doing now, just you know, real confidence, knew what they were doing, ready for the job, you know, and it was, you know, that's come from, you know, what they've done here, you know, so you've got to really utilise, you know, all the services they've got here, and you've got to appreciate it as well, you know, because it's important, you know, it
That's
can
it.
really help you.
Appreciate it, don't take it for granted
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. And listen to what they're saying. I mean, people like Rachel, people around you, they've all been in bands, you know, they've
Wealth of
done certain
experience.
things, and you know, make sure you listen to what they say and take their advice. You know, it's important.
Have I got to answer it too?
Yeah, go on.
It's a test.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird because I don't really know much about, well, all I know is about Blackpool, and it's kind of weird, the music scene there, because what they do, and I don't know if you find this in Blackpool, I feel like people are too proud to listen to what you've got to, the information you've got to give to them, because I see a lot of brilliant artists there, and I pull them to one side and I go, look, you know, you could really do something here, and there's not, I can't even pick a handful of people who have listened to me. Like, there's a couple of people, there's a guy who now plays for Kid British, you know, Don with the dreads. Have you seen Kid British?
Blackpool?
Yeah, he's like my best friend, but he used to come to me and say,
Yeah.
what can I do to further my career? And I was like, you've got to move to Manchester. So I helped him move over, get university forms and everything. He never ended up going, he just got the grant to go over there. But and also with the person who I'm involved with, like, she is just took my advice as well about going out and doing all the open mic nights. You might have heard of her. Her name's Ray Morris, and she's just signed to Atlantic Records, and she's probably going to be like the next big thing. But yeah, and so it's just like, don't be closed to the information that you've got today. Like, just take it and go with it. And if people that haven't come here, that are in bands that you know, and they kind of like look at you like that, just stay focused on yourselves. And it's kind of about being a bit selfish, isn't it? And just yeah.
I think the idea of community we've got here, you extend it across the whole world doing music, you know, you've got the same position as kids in LA have got, or ones in Russia, you know, it's an international, I think the internet does that as well, it makes it small, and that's another community as well. And maybe you're making music nobody in this town gets, but maybe loads of people in Tokyo get it, so you go and find them. It does sound pretty stupid, but it's not that hard to find them on the internet and dredging about. So you have to think in international community terms as well as using a space, a physical space like this. The physical space is so important. You go to towns, really big towns, they don't even have a venue, nothing ever happens there. If you've got a place where everyone hangs out and you can play gigs together and everyone can meet each other and swap stuff, that makes a big difference. That's how you get a scene eventually.
CBGB is a classic example, isn't
Yeah.
it? Of where the
It could be a venue, it could be a shop, it could
Yeah.
be anything. Yeah.
That's where Blondie and Ramones and everybody hung out, and a classic music sort of community, wasn't it? You know.